Hello, welcome to today's lesson. I would like us to briefly take a tour on how to use Google Sheets. First, we must be able to access our Google Drive. So when you open your Google account, you have these dots on the left of the screen or the right of the screen. So when you click on them, whatever comes up is the same. So what we do is we select Google Drive, then it will open up. This window pops up. We want Google Sheets, so because we are creating new Google Sheets, we come here to new, then we select Google Sheets. Once we select Google Sheets, um, you realize that here there is it's indicating untitled spreadsheet. So what we do is that we give it a title. For example, let me assume I'm making a Google Sheet for my product sales. So that's where I'll type my title, and when I click out, it automatically saves. You can see here that it's indicating every change you make is automatically saved in Drive. So we don't really have to worry about the saving process. So um, because this is a spreadsheet. Generally, by now you should be aware that what I've highlighted there is a cell. Then the whole of it, the group of cells make up a row. The group of cells vertically make a column. So any record in this case is therefore entered into this Google Sheet horizontally. Then there are two types of values that we will find on a Google Sheet. We have data which involves values that can be manipulated, meaning values which are in form of numbers. We can add them up, we can find the average, and so on and so forth. Then we have labels. Labels generally help us identify a given record. So for example, if I have a date for my product sales, maybe I have the region. I have the region where these sales were done. Then I have a product. I have a product. I have the quantity. Then I have the unit cost. So each of these is identifying the values that will be generally found in the different columns. So for example, here I can have 1st June as my date. Then region, maybe these sales were made in the West region. The product was paper. The quantity was 73 and the unit cost is 12.95. So all that I've entered there is considered as a record because it's referring to what was sold on 1st June, the region where it was sold, the product type, the quantity, and the unit cost. So this can go on and on and on. We enter all the information that we need. And as you enter the information, remember you always have an option. You always have an option of editing whatever you are doing, so that even if you make a mistake, then you need not worry about it. So that is what you will be expected to do. As you do this, you remember to also enter these records one at a time, so that you are not making mistakes in the process. Then remember I talked about the data types. The data types, as we talk about the data types, I've already mentioned that we have labels. A label, remember, can be horizontal or can be vertical. What is in a column always relates to a specific item. Therefore, that would mean that as you do this, you don't at any time like mix numbers and words in the same column. But remember, it is possible in a row. It is possible in a row because what is in a row is generally a record. It is generally a record, so it is therefore possible to have different data types within a given row. Then once we have all this done, once we have all this done, we will have we can now be able to find anything else that we want. So today we will concentrate on how to find the product. For example, here when you look at this, you have the quantity and the unit cost. So how much are each of these items? So here we find the amount, and in this case it will be product. So as we find the product, we will be using a function. We'll be using a function. So if we want a function, then we come to insert. We come here to insert. We select function. The function we want is a product. We want a product, and as we find the product, we really do not have if you are not sure about where to find the product, you just come here to all. When you come to all, you see you have all these functions here. It is product we are looking for, so you simply have to look for where P is. That's where it is. When you have your product there, the easiest option to use is you just select these two cells because that is the product you want to find. Then you realize that here you have, this is D2 and this is E2. So this means that this 73 is found in the column D and in the row 2, while this 12.95 is found in the column E and in the row 2. So this actually means we are finding the product between the values that are occupying the D2 column and E2 column. So what we do is we just press the enter key and it displays the total. Then because this is a function, we don't have to do this for each one of them. All we need to do here is that we highlight, we remember, first of all, you come here until you see the addition symbol, then you drag it down and it gives you the amount, the total for each of these items. Then once we have this total, we also want to find the amount, the total amount of these items. So maybe I can type here total amount, and when I type the total amount, I want the total amount here. So what I do is I will also use a function. So we just come to insert, we go to function. This time round, this time round, remember, it is the total that we are looking for. It is the total that we are looking for. So we just come here and select sum, and this sum we are adding all this. So we are adding all this. So if I highlight all this, you see it is giving me again here F2 to F7. So because that's right, this is F2 and this is the last one here is F7. You realize that because it's a column, the first letter is common, F and F. So we just press the enter key and it gives us our total. If we want to find the average sales, average sales for this month, average sales for this month, all we need to do is use the same concept. It is a function. So you click in that cell where you want the value for average sales indicated. You come to insert. Then we want to insert a function. It is the average. So we click there on average. Remember, we want the average does not include this total. So what we do is we highlight this, the cells that have our amount for each item. So we press the enter key and it gives us the average sales. If we want to find the item that had the highest sales highest sales in any single day, remember, it is possible to pick out the highest sales when you are dealing with a small set of data. But if you have a big set of data, a large set of data, then that would mean that you really will not be able to do it. So that's why we would love to use a function. So you just come here, it is still a function, go to insert function. We want to find the highest. So the highest basically is the maximum. So you click there and then we want to find the highest here, So you highlight again and you press enter. you realize that it is giving us the highest as $945.35, which is actually true. The same can be done when you want to find the lowest. The same can be done when you want to find the lowest. You click that cell where you want it displayed, come to insert, go to function, we want minimum, then we also highlight this, we press enter, and it gives us our total, our lowest, sorry, lowest cells. So that is what would be expected of us if we were entering data in a Google sheet. We therefore should be able to use any function that we want. So all we need to know is where to get the function. Then all the other things are pretty simple to actually do while using the functions. Thank you.